A new Zoo Tycoon game. A new Zoo Tycoon game! And not just any Zoo Tycoon game. You guys, this is going to be a Zoo Tycoon management game created by Frontier, who are the people and developers behind Jurassic World Evolution and Planet Coaster. So Planet Coaster and Jurassic World Evolution are going to have a baby, and it's going to be giraffes, which is ridiculously exciting. As the Pixel Biologist, you can imagine that I'm kind of invested in zoo management games and educating people about the beauties of the natural world. It's kind of what we've been doing for thousands of adventures now, and I am a huge fan of the Zoo Tycoon series. It is actually what got me into video games when I was much younger, when I was exposed to the wonders of Zoo Tycoon 2 from the Blue Fang Studios. So hearing that there is going to be a new Zoo Tycoon created by some of the people who have done Jurassic World Evolution with its fantastic animation and its beautiful attention to detail, then mixed with people who are actually from the team that worked on Zoo Tycoon for the Xbox, which I know is a huge favorite among so many of us, I am so freaking excited! I have been scouring the internet for all sorts of cool facts, interviews, snippets, screenshots, and I have started to collect quite a amazing portfolio of hope for what we could do with this series, what we could do with this game, for the way that we can create stories that will follow generations of animals, for the way that we can hopefully have another tool to be able to really share how freaking amazing our world is in pixel format, which is what we do around here. But before I get into all of those nitty-gritty details, I did want to share with you guys my first trailer reaction to the announcement trailer for the game, and also kind of lay out my extremely high hopes. So without further ado, let's do this. All right, here we go. Planet Zoo announcement trailer. Totally up my alley, but what am I going to see? Am I going to be excited about this? Is this going to be a game of my dreams? What does the announcement trailer have to suggest? Okay, I've not seen this yet. Okay, pre-rendered, so this isn't actual gameplay footage, but that's such a cute little sign! Oh, so this may not actually, it's a baby elephant! Oh, look at that little cutie. Oh my gosh, I hope the guests actually do that selfie interaction. Look at the ball! Oh my gosh. Oh, an educator! Okay, so this is like a CGI rendering, lions, of the game, but hopefully we can find a lot of hints into what we can actually expect. Giraffes! Giraffes! Oh my gosh! If they don't actually, they're gonna have giraffes. They gotta have giraffes. Oh, look at how cool that is! I love the way it arcs over the exhibit. I really hope the animals interact that much. Did you see the noses wiggling, you guys? Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. You guys. All right, so let's try this again, but on slow-mo, so that we can kind of pick apart everything that we see in this trailer. Keep in mind, you should be paying attention to the little letters at the bottom of the screen there, pre-rendered footage. That is one of the most important aspects to pay attention to. So this is an announcement trailer, so it's supposed to hype you up, get you excited. This is not actual gameplay. This is kind of like a little movie that has been created to represent kind of the heart and the theme of what a game is. We see this in a lot of different games, but I can say, because this is from Frontier and they created Planet Coaster, this is a very similar art style to what you actually see in Planet Coaster, so I'm hoping it at least offers some hints of what we could actually see in the actual gameplay. So again, there's a chance none of the things we see here could actually show up in the game. This could just be completely to hype us up, but I think it's fun to examine what is here so that we can think about the kinds of features that the developers have at least thought are relevant to putting in the announcement trailer, and thus hopefully putting into the game. Like flower boxes! I spy with my little eye flower boxes, trash cans, which no doubt means that we're going to need janitors. This is from the same developers who made Planet Coaster. So I'm actually really excited to think through all of the fun I had watching people play Planet Coaster, and managing the nitty-gritty details of Planet Coaster are like amazing. Somehow they made the nitty-gritty details of trying to manage your trash and maintenance people really fun, which is an aspect of a tycoon game that's awesome. So of course there's trash cans, it looks like there's benches, which makes me wonder what are the different guest needs going to be like. No doubt the guest will have needs, but the other things that are going to have needs in this zoo, in this zoo planet no less, is the animals! Look at how cute that is! Holy cow! It's a little baby elephant! So again, this is all pre-rendered. This is not actual gameplay, but we can introduce ourselves to some of the concepts behind what will hopefully be in the game, like the babies. So seeing baby animals is a huge plus because Frontier also helped to develop the Jurassic World Evolution game. Like that's one of theirs too. Not helped to develop, they did it. And I love Jurassic World Evolution so much, and I have been so enchanted with how the animals, the dinosaurs, and interact in Jurassic World Evolution. But one of the big drawbacks for me was the lack of laying eggs and raising baby dinosaurs. So seeing a baby elephant introduced and knowing that there will no doubt be breeding components to our zoo is quite fun. I will actually talk more about the breeding components of Planet Zoo and why I'm very excited for how they tackled it in a little bit when we talk about some of the articles I found about the game. But Zookeeper outfit, wonderful, good khaki colors, highly approve, highly appreciate. And I really love this bit right here. I'm hoping that just like in real life, you can see the response of the interaction between guests and the animals, who my friends who actually work in zoos do call the zoo residents because it is their home in these zoos. So here we see baby animal, adult animal, a pool pond of water. We see rocks in the background, rocks on the ground, different terrain types. So you've got the sandy environment, you've got some grass, you've got grass clumps, you've got trees. Again, all of these things are probably going to be in the game, if not these specific things, but it's really fun to see. And if you guys are familiar with Planet Coaster, you will know that they are very, very fantastic for being able to create anything you dream of. Being able to take all of the customization, all of these little customized pieces, and really create whatever environment you can come up with. This right here, I'm hoping we can replicate. This rock wall with a little path on top, and also the educator. There is an educator standing on the edge of this area over the elephant exhibit, possibly giving a presentation on the elephants. I would really love to see if the rumors of guests being educated when they come to the zoo are true. And if that's the case, are they educated overall? Is it just one educational meter? Or is it going to be education in different areas? So like you're really great at your elephant education, but people think that wolves lay eggs. So it'd be kind of cool to see how detailed the way that the information and the education component is related to your guest is. Because being able to properly educate guests who come into zoos and animal sanctuaries so that they can then go home and contribute to the world and take care of the animals that share our world with us is one of the biggest driving forces behind good quality zoos. So I really want to see that too. And it looks like with the educator, we do have a component of that, which is really fun. Again, I love the idea of this path on top of the rocks. I have seen people do things kind of similar to that in Planet Coaster. I'm hoping we can kind of see something similar to that in Planet Zoo, because I have never really seen that easily done in a Zoo Tycoon before. There's also a little shop in the background and little trees, little spindly palm boys. Look at those guys. Oh, they're so tiny. If they tried to put a coconut on, I think they'd just fall right over. All right, Zookeeper. And then this is fun because you can start to see like different themes and decor that you can put on to different areas. Again, none of this may actually be in the game, but so then we have lionesses. So let's review the animals so far. Elephants, lions. That lion, whoa, look at that animation. If this is anything like Jurassic World Evolution, we are going to have some stunning animation on these animals that I hope with all my freaking heart will make people appreciate how beautiful and how amazing the real life animals are. They're just, if you truly sit and watch a lion move, if you truly sit and watch a pack of wolves search an area, or a bear pick something up or like scratch against a tree, and you watch those muscles move, you watch everything about them, it is very enchanting. It is one of the key ways that I fall in love with this world, is watching how the animals interact with it. So I'm hoping they can kind of evoke some of that wonder and some of that awe through how talented this development team is at creating really nice animals. And this also catches my eye because the group who is working with Planet Zoo is in part some of the veterans from the Xbox game Zoo Tycoon Ultimate Collection. So you guys know I've had hundreds of episodes of the Blue Fang Studios game Zoo Tycoon 2, which I love very much. It actually helped to establish us as the pixel biology community and sparked what is now 7,000 videos on my channel. So this is fun because I completely recognize this item, the scratching post from the Zoo Tycoon Xbox game. And that means that I really think we can kind of go back and maybe glance at that game to see some of the inspiration behind what Planet Zoo might have to offer, since some of the people who worked on that Zoo Tycoon Xbox game are here in Planet Zoo. They were part of the team who helped to develop this and build it, and I'm very excited about that, and that's where I recognize that scratching post for the lions. Giraffes! Giraffes! Look at that! Oh my gosh, so help me, I am going to be so tickled. And look at that hippo exhibit. Beautiful. And there's water down there too, which is very important. These guys don't like to be out of the water very much. It's a lot of strain on their muscles. They're actually pretty closely related to whales. Can you believe that? But I love seeing those giraffes. So, my gosh, if I can have baby giraffes, can I just make it? I could. With a game that has anywhere close to the amount of customization that Planet Coaster did, I could make a gigantic giraffe safari with nothing but beautiful giraffes as far as the eye could see. And if we do have the ability to have baby animals, it makes me wonder if we can end up with melanistic or albino animals. Can I end up with an albino baby giraffe, like that very beautiful and rare giraffe that has been spotted, I think, in Kenya? Because that would be interesting. Not ideal, because there's often a lot of health components to animals that have albinism, but just interesting to see if there's going to be genetic components to the game and just how far they go. Also, hang on a second, I was a little too overeager. I'd like to back up and point out this bear is climbing out of a cave item. I really like that. It's beautifully designed, and it makes me wonder if you'll be able to put down, say, a shelter for an animal, but then even build on top of that shelter. Is there perhaps going to be a base where you can have like the main cave for the bear, and then you can pile a bunch of rocks and plants on top of the base? Because that would be really, really cool too. We also have a pond here that definitely looks like it hints, and again, this is all pre-rendered, but hints, and knowing where it's coming from, hints at being from terrain tools, which will be so much fun. Can I make waterfalls with terrain tools? I actually don't know. Planet Coaster people, can you make waterfalls with the terrain tools that you used? Are we going to be able to make beautiful waterfalls cascading into my hippo pond in Planet Zoo? These are vital questions that I need answers to. Look at that bear. Oh man, okay, so we have giraffes, hippos, bears, lions, and elephants so far, which are some of the big and the very popular animals to expect in zoos. I would love to see a full list of the different animals, and I'm very curious, is there going to be DLC in the future to expand with even more habitats, new areas? Do you start your zoo in the same kind of habitat all the time, or can you build it in a jungle habitat? Or do you start your zoo just in the same sandbox, like square every time? Oh, and look at that. If you guys notice, there was a little bit of a wiggling of the nose, and just the facial features and animation on this CG render of the bears is really, really, really amazing. if they put even a fraction amount of work into the full animation for the bears in the end game, I think we will have something beautiful. Very beautiful, you might say. Sorry, guys. So, oh look, and see hints at more types of plants all over the place here. Hints at different kinds of shops that you can actually go ahead and purchase items from, which is nice. Again, this is not actual gameplay, but good to see some concepts of what we... Lemurs! I missed that 100% in the first time, but there is a lemur jumping on a platform over here. That is a ring-tailed lemur. It almost looks like it's getting ready to settle down into a sunbathing position. It looks like there's another ring-tailed lemur up here. If we have babies and if we have lemurs, that could be amazing. In the Zoo Tycoon Ultimate Xbox game, we did indeed have lemurs, but they could not have babies. They were considered almost like accessory items. The fact these guys are not in an exhibit kind of worries me that the lemurs would be treated as such too. But there is so much benefit to looking at how the smaller creatures, the birds, lemurs, salamanders, for crying out loud. Give me a good hellbender in like, if we can make modded animals for this and somebody gives me a good hellbender, I will be so happy. They are also known as snot otters. Yes, the lemurs are in a habitat! That gives me so much hope that we will actually be able to see tiny baby ringtail lemurs clinging to their parents. That's fantastic! Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, what else do we have here? It'd be really cute if a dad actually runs around chasing his kids. That would be adorable. Alright, and this is where I kind of feel like we are actually looking. Oh. Look at that. No, logo. Hang on there. Holy cow. Let's soak in some of the details that we see here. The sloping way that the landscape grows makes me so happy, for one thing. You can see, like, just look at that. How beautiful does that look? Wow, you can see just like the idea that we could craft that. And I've seen people do things like that in Planet Coaster, which is what makes me so excited in the far distance and perhaps not actually part of the game, but just an interesting thing to see for concepts. Looks like a conservatory or an aviary. It looks very similar to the aviary that I loved at the North Carolina Zoo, actually. You also can see like paths going over water, all sorts of different rocks that you can decorate different exhibits with. Again, all concepts, but hopefully something that will find a home in Planet Zoo. So guys, I kind of need to sit down. I need a minute. This is so exciting! Oh my gosh, a free-form, deep detailed Zoo Tycoon game with all of the freedom and possible mod ability that was in Planet Coaster, mixed with people who worked on the Zoo Tycoon game, and mixed, if the rumors I'm reading in articles are true, with things as diverse as breeding different genetics into your animals, different types of guest meters that I have never seen in a Tycoon game be entered before. Oh my gosh. Holy cow, I have a lot more to discuss with you guys, but I had to chop this trailer up and just see some of the concepts behind what may end up being in the game. So I'm going to collect myself, I'm going to have a good sit, I'm going to kind of have a good freak out, and then I'm going to come back to you guys for another reaction trailer or like a reaction video in a little bit, collecting some of the rumors and some of the hopefully verified facts that I have been scouring from every single source on the internet I can find, and we will look over some of the actual gameplay screenshots. This is going to be amazing. I really hope that it is going to be the beginning of a rise to a completely new chapter in our pixel biology adventures, where together we can really try to find that place of storytelling mixed with wonder and awe for the natural world. That means that we can take our beloved stories and maybe go a step further and do something with them in this beautiful planet we all share. So I hope we can have that kind of powerful inspirational tool with Planet Zoo. I hope we can have fun. I hope we can have generations of animals that we love to watch over and take care of. I hope that we can all just love this. So my hopes are ridiculously almost terrifyingly, scarily high for this game. Will it live up to that? I really hope so. But I'll be back to share more of the information that I can find with you guys next time. So thank you guys so much. If you could, leave a like for the giraffes! We saw giraffes! Consider joining us for this and literally thousands more zoo and pixel biology related adventures. It's kind of my specialty. And most importantly, guys, stay curious. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.